COVID's been a huge one, to be honest. That effectively wiped out all of the business that I was doing over the last couple of years. There was a case of me getting very ill at the time as well. So that kind of stopped things in its tracks a little bit, and having to restart things after that has been the main challenge over the last couple of years. And of course, now we've got more of a cost of living issue coming about, and premium products may be the first to be challenged by that, I think. So those are the main ones that come to mind. Yeah, so the mead itself is quite expensive to make, and the duty on that is also a huge challenge. And part of the P2P program, I started a project which ended up creating a dealcoholized mead. So that there's two elements of that. There's the dealcoholized product that doesn't incur any duty, but also you end up with a distillate as well. Now we're at a stage where we've created the dealcoholized mead, and that's ready for market, and it's already selling in local shops. But then we need a bit more kind of product development on the spirit side, because that's certainly not ready quite yet. So there's been several elements to my project or projects through the P2P program. A large element of it was the actual creation of a new product. There was a lot of time and energy invested in that, as well as a certain amount of resources to do some trial and error, gain some new equipment. For example, distillation requires specialist equipment to do properly. And yeah, learning those expertise was also a part of that. That was only one element. So we also had updating the meadery to operate somewhat autonomously. So previously I would have to be at the meadery checking the fermentations regularly to make sure they're at the right stage, and then finish the fermentation and bottle that product. And yeah, that's very time intensive, and requires me to be somewhere where I could possibly be somewhere else, like the other side of the country. I might have some other work there. So that's freed me up, and that's become quite a big part of my production now, is being able to look at my phone and say, yes, my product is ready, I need to pop back. And then thirdly was working with beekeepers to sell their product. And that's still in an early phase, I think. It hasn't produced the results I want quite yet, but we're at a starting point, I think, and it's very promising. So. The goals for the future are very much get my product into more hands. So at the moment it works really well when people taste it, but you need to have that opportunity for the people to taste it. So getting into lots of markets is really important at the moment. But having that opportunity to sell to business is a huge part of the business going forwards, I think. But it's making the product inviting for the other businesses, which is the main challenge.